What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out. Then I'm going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, bam. What's going on, y'all? Let me know how I sound. Test, test, test. Let me bring the mic a little closer to me. It's Monday, August 28th. London session starts in about 9 minutes. But look for some setups and see what the game plan for today is going to be. Been a great month and quarter so far. I'm about to try to end it on a good note. So we're going to be looking for possible buys if price can break back above this level. If it continues to reject it, we could look for sells again, like me and the members caught on last Thursday. But I'm leaning towards buys as of right now. What's going on, y'all? I see y'all hopping in here. Yeah, so right now I'm just looking to see what pairs we're going to be looking at. Well, that was a huge rejection. We did this last night. When to do this? Let's see. So it's 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12, 11, 10, 9. So right at 9 o'clock, that would have been a nice buy setup. Now let's see if we can break these highs right here. We got a nice little volume pumping. We're going to see if we can break these highs right here. Let's see if GN's doing a similar move. Yeah, sure enough. Yes, this is a GN buy call for me and the members. We entered this on Friday. Hit a couple TPs on that. Let's see what the rest of these pairs are up to. But you can see how the euro pairs are flying compared to GBP pairs. But it's also because we look at the news on Forex Factory. We do got a GBP holiday all day today. So we're probably not going to trade any of the GBP pairs. We're probably going to stick to the euro pairs, gold, and then, of course, the indices. And we can kind of see the difference in the GBP and the euro pairs. GBP pairs are not moving like the euro pairs. Just this ended up taking off as well. So you already know the drill. We're not going to chase no trades. We're just going to wait for price to either retrace or we're going to wait to enter at the next entry point. So if price doesn't retrace back down to the support level, we're going to look for a buy above right here at the next resistance level. We're going to wait to see if we can trade at support, and then we're going to go from there. We're going to unbold this too. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered anything yet. Go ahead and hit the first link in the description. Join a free signal room, free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Last week we went 7-1, caught a total of 1,079 pips. Last month we went 34-3, caught over 100,000 pips. In the last month with a 93% win rate. Last week with a 86% win rate, I believe. We're going to pull up the Telegram in a second and check it out as well. What's going on, Crypto Thorough? I'll see you in here. All right, bet. Appreciate it, Shawn. Yeah, so right now I'm about to just place my trade ideas right now. New 5 minute just started. 5 minutes till London session starts. We're waiting for London, of course. See what happens there. It's a decent stop loss. These pairs started taking off like about a couple hours ago. Look at the volume in these pairs. And it was crazy. They were struggling last week to pump and push, and the GBP pairs were pushing smoothly. But now it's the opposite. But of course, it is a holiday right now. Just out of curiosity, I just want to look and see what GJ's up to. We're probably going to leave them alone. It looks like it's about to start to push. Yeah, so we're going to keep an eye on it. But I am leaning towards just strictly the Euro pairs, gold, and the indices today. But, if I see opportunity, you already know I'm going to jump on it. That's a decent stop loss. All right, so let's take a look at gold. We'll wait to see if price could break that level. It refused to. Did a little ring around the rosy on Friday during the news. Well, all Friday, but even during the news, did a little ring around the rosy. Went live with the members for that news event. We literally witnessed what went down. But the game plan is still sell. So this is what I'm looking at right here. There's a few levels in between. Like there's this level here. There's a slight level here at 1914, 1912. But the main levels I have are right here. So I'm either going to wait for price to break above this level, which we see the past few days has been rejecting, treating as resistance, just like here. Same levels being treated as resistance. So if price breaks above this level and treats it as support, then I'm going to look for buys. But if price continues to push down, or if it retests this level and rejects, I might go for a sell up here. But the way it's looking, I might just wait for price to push back down to this daily level and try to break back below here like I tried to on Friday. Because we see here, let me bold it up so you can see what I'm looking at. Because you see right here, and then when we go on a smaller time frame, it will be a lot more clear. Price hit this level. It broke underneath it for about 45 minutes. Retested it. Was treated as resistance a little bit, but then broke back above. Did a retest, took back off. So we're going to wait to see if we can treat this level from a support to resistance and hold underneath. And if we can do that, we have a higher likelihood and chance of the downtrend continuing. Because again, well, let's get rid of this first. Because again, if we go on a bigger time frame, we can see that we are still bearish. If you're ever confused on how to identify the trend, especially when it's like in a little tough spot like this, I just dropped the video last week breaking this down. So let me go ahead and drop that in the chat. What's going on, y'all? London session about to start in about a minute and a half. About to see what happens. Usually Mondays are the slower days, Monday and Tuesday. We don't have any news popping off today either. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see how Monday goes. And then, of course, this is the last week of the month. I talk about it all the time. We're going to break that. We're going to go on the calendar in a little bit. I want to wait for at least the first 15, 30 minutes before we go on the calendar. Whoops. Yeah, so we're going to leave gold alone. We're going to be just paying attention to these currency pairs. So we got this rejecting. Let's see what E ends up to. Whoop, my bad, y'all. I got to knock the mic at least once per stream. This is a buy we went for on last Thursday. It's kind of just still been ranging around. We're still going to be looking for buys on this, though. As we can see here, let's go on a naked chart so we can look a lot more clear. All right, bam. Already got this marked off. I must have went over this during the live with the members. Whatever. Anyways, so let's delete this. We can keep the rest up here. This will just make it a little bit easier for me. All right, cool. So I break this a little bit down in my most recent video, the one I just dropped in the chat. But we can see that price broke this resistance level and continued to push to the upside, which caused the bullish movement to continue. We can see the highs getting made here, some retracements, highs, retracements. So this was the huge pump. So right here, How does price move again? Price goes up or down, right? It's either an uptrend, downtrend, or it's in consolidation or ranging. So, what consists in an uptrend, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So, right here, if price would have broke this level and made a new low, then we could have been considered bearish. But as we can see here, when price was retested, we can see the past 2 days, Friday and then today, and then Thursday, we include this, we can see price was respecting this level and pushing back up. And you're about to see what I'm talking about when we go back onto this chart right here. So I have this level marked off, and we can see, you know what, it's better, let's just do this. Why not? Right. So we're going to do a quick little bar replay. I've got to put this back on 3x. And let's just see what price does. All right, look. So we have the strong support level here. We can tell it's a strong support because we can see how price was reacting when it broke above here, when it was going for those buys that 1 week. And then we also see here how price was treating as a resistance. Strong resistance can get turned to strong support, and vice versa. Strong support can get turned to a strong resistance. So if price would have broke below that level and kept on dropping, we could have saw a downtrend. But it respected that level, which is why we went for that buy. And then we can see right here, price on Friday hit the final TP, but then rejecting the close underneath this resistance level. And then now we see EA reattempting. So we want to see today if it can break that level. If it can break that level, we're going to go for buys there. If it rejects that level, we're going to look for buys here unless price breaks back below. And if price breaks below here, then we're going to go for sales. So that's the game plan for these right now. So right now, we're just patiently waiting. It did a little quick move a few hours ago. But as of right now, there's not any good setup. So we're just going to be patiently waiting either for retracement or for price to hit our next key price level. So let me put these. I'm still going to look at the GBP pair just in case. Because even though it's a holiday, sometimes there'll be some nice moves. So I'm still going to pull this up on my other, I'm going to pull those up on my phone. If y'all want me to look at any pairs, got any questions, feel free to drop that in the chat. You know, I'm saying these lives are for y'all. I got no problem pulling up some charts. But yeah, I'm pulling up some right now. Yeah, I'm looking at GJ. It's still treating that level as resistance. I'm still going to keep an eye on it. Yeah, it's just been chilling since markets open. Looking at the indices too. I'm actually about to go over NAS right now because it's a possible setup right here. So let me actually pull that up. And if the mic gets bad, let me know, y'all. All right, so I can fix it. Sometimes it gets staticky when I'm quiet, but if it gets bad, refresh, close out the app, open up YouTube again, and when you reopen, and if it still sounds kind of bad, let me know, and you know I'll fix it on my end. But yeah, we're about to pull up NAS because I kind of have a nice looking setup right here. Can you go over oil today? Thank you for reminding me. Shout out to you, Crypto Thorough. I will look at oil because we actually missed a few moves this month on oil. And whoops, I don't want to create a shape. I just want to pull up oil. I pulled up the wrong one. Let me pull up the right one. Give me 1 second. Is it this one? Let me just make sure the other one's not marked off too. 1 second. Yeah, we're gonna go with the other one. All right, we can look at oil. So last week, I was looking at some sales, but it rejected and pushed back up. So I do need to update these levels. I'm gonna update these levels after the stream. Let me see something because we haven't traded oil since like the beginning of the year. Let me just make sure these levels are still decent. Give me 1 second. I can still break it. I don't want that alert. Don't care. I'm gonna still break it down. I'm just cleaning up the charts a little bit so I can see what I'm looking at. So I got a zone here, zone here. All right, cool. All right, so looking at oil, we was nice and bullish for, as I keep clicking things. All right, so looking at oil, we was nice and bullish for a while, right? Then once price broke above here, hit the peak, hit this resistance level, rejected down, failed to make a new high. Attempted, dropped down. So now we're slightly bearish. So price is touching, just like on Friday. It's literally tickling this resistance level. So if price continues to reject this level, we can look at a possible sell. So let's go ahead and go on a smaller time frame and check it out. So yeah, it's not a good entry right now, but as long as price can hold underneath this low, I'm going to be looking for sales. But we're going to go back to NAS because NAS is at an actual possible entry right here. We're going to see how this 15 goes. So this is what I went over with the members in the Sunday chart analysis, because every day, including Sundays, I drop a video breaking down all the pairs we like to trade, breaking down possible setups, what I see for the projections for the day and the week, certain price levels, look for entries and exits on. And this is the ones I dropped for the members. And it hasn't really done much. The other pairs kind of took off besides the GBP pairs. So right now, looking at NAS, we are still technically bearish. Looks a little wonky right now, but we're technically bearish. All right, we made these nice little lows here. Then this was a news on Wednesday. Did a fake out. The next news canceled on Thursday. Literally canceled out that whole move. Broke back below the support level, treating as resistance. So if we continue to hold as low as resistance, we're going to look for a possible sell right here. We're going to be waiting for this 15. It is underneath this resistance low. We can see here rejected, 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 retest. So it can break below this line I had. Let me move it up a little bit. If it can break and hold below this level, we're going to look for a sell. But as we can see, it's right on top of it, which is why we have that marked off. So we're going to keep an eye on NAS. EJ's pumping. Yeah. Don't worry. It still sucks a little bit missing the move, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like once you just accept reality and understand that you missed it, you can't control the charts, and that chasing a trade is not going to turn out in your favor, then you just kind of become numb to it. Like I still look at it sometimes and be like, wow, that was a nice move. But I don't really feel bad or upset or mad or angry. It's more like, wow, at least it went the way I projected. That's what I'd be more happy about, to be honest. Look at those candlesticks. We wouldn't have had a good entry here anyways, because once we hit the final TP on Friday, it just rejected, never came back to this daily level. So yeah, these are just kind of moving right now. So we're just waiting for them to break the next level. That's what we're doing right now. We're just patiently waiting for them to break the next level. This would have been a nice move on Sunday, but some Sundays they'd be hit or miss. But yeah, we're just patiently waiting right now. What's going on, Richie? I see you in here. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered any trades yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join a free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. I'm about to pull it up right now also because nothing's going on right now. We're just patiently waiting for setups. I'm going to put it on NAS because NAS is the closest one to a possible entry. I'm just about to double check a few things. Yeah, that's a decent stop loss. All right, cool. So we're going to keep it on this screen. We're just going to move it over to the right. That way we can multitask, keep an eye on these charts while we pull up this Telegram. So if we hit that first link, first thing you're going to see is the link to the YouTube Live. Then you're going to see how we did last week. It's going to match with your screen. So Monday, we caught 354 pips. Tuesday, we caught 300 pips. Wednesday, we took 0 trades. Thursday, we caught 195 pips. And then Friday, we caught 230 pips. Ending the week with a total of 1,079 pips caught. 611 of those pips strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. Ended the week 7-1, giving us an 86% win rate. Click right there. Well, let me do that again for y'all. You click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the week on Monday, where you see we started off with this huge GJ buy. On top of that, we had this GJ buy from last week we got on as well, but we're going to break that down in a second. Every trade posted as my personal entry, SL, time the trade was posted, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. So on Monday we went 2-1, carried on this GJ buy from that Friday, took a GN buy with the members. SL got hit, re-entered. TP6 got hit, caught 57 pips. That original GJ buy from the week before was 191 pips caught. The GJ buy called on Monday was 106 pips caught. End of the day, 2-1. That's how we start off Monday. Also, I dropped this video on how I passed another prop firm challenge in literally 2 weeks. It's not my first time doing it. I've done it multiple times. That's kind of how I've been doing things now. I'm also looking at NAS. So, we got a couple minutes to the next 15. I'm about to drop this link in the chat. All right. So make sure to check this out because, again, prop firms have pros and cons. But, if you really have a good trading plan down, you got the discipline down, you know how to calculate your lot size, it's really just free money. And you know what I'm saying? And how's it free money? Of course, first you have to pass the 2 phases, but think about it. Once you pass the 2 phases, not only once you're profitable for the first month, you get that refund, then you get the payout. So then you have a 5-6 figure account for free, a free 5-6 figure account. And then on top of that, once you get that first payout, you got the refund back as well. So even if worst case scenario happens, you violate and you lose the account, you can just get it again with the same money, right? Or best case scenario, you still keep that account, you get the refund and payout, then you use the same money from that refund to buy the same account. Or you can combine the refund and payout to buy a bigger account. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of different things you can do. And then, of course, with your payouts, well, I break it down more in detail in this video. So let me find the video first. That would help, right? Here it is. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I appreciate you giving this stream a chance. Go ahead and hit that bell and sub button, though, because we don't just live stream and live trade daily. We also post weekly content on this same channel. So while we're on these streams, go ahead and hit that blue logo and explore what else we got going on. But yeah, I'm going to write this NAS trade out. Again, I'm not entering this yet. I'm going to wait to see what the next 15 looks like. But I'm about to write this up just in case we do enter it. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all, because I cannot talk and type because I end up talking when I'm typing or typing when I'm talking. I don't even think I said that right just then, but y'all get the point. So give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all got any questions when we look at any charts or pairs? Drop them in the chat. Ain't no such thing as a dumb question unless you're asking me, like, is the sky really blue? Or is it, is it magenta? You know what I'm saying? So SL, I'm looking at possibly. I can make it a little tighter. I'm just gonna put it right above that wick right there, 1520. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so we're waiting for the next 15 to see if it can hold this level, because sometimes, like I always tell the members, it's important where the candlestick goes, but it's more important where it closes. Because again, price is going to hit levels and reject. A good example is this. I promise you this candlestick was green at some point and then that thing rejected, and guess where it closed? Down here. Matter of fact, let's just do a bar replay out of curiosity because we got nothing going on anyways. So let's do a quick bar replay. Okay, that was a little too fast. Let's do that. Let's slow it down a little bit. 3x is a little too fast on the 15, at least for what I'm trying to do. All right, so let's check it out. This one was a good example too. Y'all saw how this was red, then whipped up and turned green. That's why it's recommended to at least wait for the next 5 minutes or 15. All right. Unless price is really pumping, if it's ranging like NAS was, it don't hurt to wait till the next candlestick. You're not missing anything. You get what I'm saying? Look at that. This one too. This was red. Hit that level wick, turn green. That was red, turned green. So you know what I'm saying? So we just saw like 5 different examples of the candlesticks. Look, this one just turned on us too. This was just red. No, it's a new 15. Forget what I just said. This is a new 15. But this is another example why we wait. Because imagine we would have entered here. We'd be in drawdown right now. So now we're about to wait and see if it can hold this level and push back down. If not, it is what it is. We ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? We ain't tripping. So we want to switch back to these other pairs and see what's going on. But yeah, that was a perfect example right there while we do that. All right, so EA looks like it's about to try to give us an opportunity. So we're about to mark off some levels really quick. And this is what it is, y'all. This is really the reality of trading. All right, it's a lot different from watching a 10-minute YouTube video. Because I promise you, the whole trade didn't take 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if you scalp and you want to stare at the 1-minute chart, which I don't recommend, or if you day trade, swing trade, you still have to wait for your setup. You still got to come a little bit early. You know what I'm saying? If trading don't teach you anything, it's going to teach you patience. Because if you're not patient, it will punish you over and over again until you're finally patient. All right, so we're about to thin this out so we can get a better look at what's going down. So yeah, I'm gonna wait to see if we can break this level. EJ, we're gonna get off EJ. Let's see what else we got. That thing exploded through that level. I don't really want to trade off that level though. We kind of can, I guess. That thing exploded. This will be a higher risk trade. It's on a key level. It's just not the one I mark off. And sometimes when I trade off a level, that's not a key level I got marked off. It don't pan out in my favor. That's why you got to have your rules. But we're going to get rid of that. Really considering it, but we're just going to put it back up here. We can kind of see there's a kind of strong level here. It's not a good entry though, unless if it retests, I might consider it. But for now, we're just going to leave it alone. Why did it place this so high? All right, there we go. All right, so we're watching EA. We're watching NAS. We'll put NAS back on the screen. We're watching EA. We're watching NAS. NAS is retesting that resistance, so we're going to turn that back off. Let's just look at GJ out of curiosity. Note rejecting. And let's see if EJ is doing that. Yeah, so we're going to leave the GP pairs alone for today. GP pairs alone. Yeah, so we're just going to keep EA up. I'll switch back and forth between NAS and let me see what gold's looking like. Yeah, so this is another level 2. So yeah, we're just waiting for gold to do something for us and NAS to do something for us. We're waiting for a lot of pairs to do something for us, obviously. But we're going to keep an eye on gold and NAS. But as we can see, they still got a little bit of work to do. So right now, we're just going to keep our chart on EA to see if we can break this resistance level. Because this was Friday, it hit this level and rejected. So now we're going to see if we can treat this from a resistance to a support. So that's the game plan right now. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up. And then we got about 5 minutes. My bad, 10 minutes until the next 15. Yeah, but we're just patiently waiting right now. If we zoom in, I don't know how big it is on y'all's YouTube screen. Let me pull it up on my phone. But we zoom in, you can see how price is literally struggling to break past this level. So now it's touching it. So let's see what happens. Let's zoom in. Let's take a deep look right here. Let's see what happens. You can literally see how it's struggling to break past this level. This thin line on my screen. We're not looking at GBP pairs. They're kind of, yeah, or is water wet, right? Because, you know, when I put my hand under water and I rub my fingers together, it don't feel wet. You feel me? So, like, is water wet? Yeah, as long as we ain't asking them deep philosophical questions over here, you know, I can pretty much answer it pretty quick. 15-minute, 30-minute or higher. What do you mean by that, Devontae? Are you asking or are you saying like look on the 15, 30-minute or higher? Because every time frame has its purpose, right? Every time frame has its purpose. Again, the reason why a lot of people be on those small time frames is because a lot of people don't know how they don't learn how to read the charts. They learn the strategy. That's why when the strategy doesn't work or their stop loss gets hit, they can't tell whether to re-enter or not, or why it went that way or why it didn't go that way. They just know they literally just go on the chart and search for their pattern. That's not what I try to teach y'all over here. I try to teach y'all to identify patterns, but also how to read the charts, because you can make money based on the charts. So why try to just tunnel vision and look for patterns or liquidity sweeps instead of knowing how to read the charts? You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's a whole nother topic right there. So NAS is breaking back above that level. Yeah, so we're just gonna be watching EA for right now. I want to see if EA can do its thing for us. All right, so while we're waiting, speaking of EA, this was the EA buy we took last week. All right, so what day was this? This was the 24th. We look at this. This was the 24th. So this move right here, this was a nice 1 to 2 risk reward. So we made about 2 times what we were risking there. I'm not holding this trade still, obviously, because I have to reject that level twice, and plus it was a Friday. You know, I closed my positions. But you can see if we did hold this level, did a little ring around the rosy, it's pushing back up. But again, I don't suggest doing that, especially if you don't understand what you're looking at, because there is always the risk of when it hits the final TP that it rejects it the other way. So I always want to secure profits. Because the worst case scenario if you secure profits, you get wicked out, is it continues to pump your direction. But it's like there's also the chance that I couldn't have done that, and you can always re-enter a trade. Now I'm not saying if, let's say, you move your SL on profit or break even, whatever you do, and your stop loss gets hit, it gets wicked and it starts taking off the opposite direction. I'm not saying to re-enter at some random level. You know what I'm saying? You still want to enter off key price levels. Yeah, we're just watching it slowly trying to break above. And with this volume candlestick, it's giving me a lot more confidence that it can break this level to go for a buy. But of course, we're still going to wait for confirmations. We're not going to just be biased on things. We're still going to wait for price to show us. Because again, we don't control the markets. So that's why I always stress stuff like this. Gold. We can look at gold. It's not really at a level I like right now, but we can pull it up. And I see y'all's chats. You don't gotta. There's not a lot of people. It's not like we ain't that big yet. It's not like we got like 100 people in the chat. So I see your message. I'm gonna get to them. I'm also looking at the charts. You know what I'm saying? Because if I answer a question, or that one was just looking at a chart, but I already looked at gold. We're not really missing anything. But let's say you ask me a question instead, and if I'm over there answering the question, I can end up missing something on the charts. So, you know, I'm going to get to y'all's questions. Trust me, I got y'all. But yeah, gold, we're looking for sales. We're just waiting for price to hit one of our levels. But we're looking for sales on gold. Not looking for buys unless price can break above like 1922, which we see the past few days, last week. 1, 2, 3 times it tried and rejected. And you see today it's rejecting as well off this low level here. So yeah, we're looking for sales. We got to keep price levels about to try to break through. We're going to see how it reacts to that. But the main level I'm looking at is right here. But yeah, we're looking for sales. Let the pairs moving now. All right, EA is moving. EA is moving. New 5-minute start. Yeah, so we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. If we're gonna hold this low, we're gonna look to continue the buys on the uptrend here because we're nice and bullish. We're nice and bullish right now. Look at that nice rejection look. Yeah, I like how that looks right there. Nice rejection. Yeah, I like this. I'm about to write this trade idea up. I like how this looks. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Last week we went 7-1, caught a total of 1,079 pips, giving us an 86% win rate. Last month we went 34-3, catching a total of catching a total of 105,389 pips. Yeah, so right now we're looking at EA buys, gold sells. We're looking at EJ buys. We're watching NAS for possible sells. I'm gonna put the stop loss. It's a decent stop loss. I'm gonna put it right here. 235. All right, Ben. All right, yeah. So I like how this looks. So right now we're gonna be waiting for the next 15, and we're gonna see if we can hold this level and see if we can change from resistance to support. That's what we're looking at right now. Got a couple minutes to the next 15. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all should see it on the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram is playmaker_way. TikTok is playmaker way. I post daily on both pages. Just posted some content last night. Go ahead and check those out. All right. I drop free game, not just on YouTube and these live streams daily, but I drop free game and receipts on Instagram and TikTok daily as well. You want to see student results, you can see that on both. But if you want to see like more like student results and like screenshots of my positions, that's going to be on Instagram. TikTok does not let your boy do that. Even though I see a bunch of other people post all types of stuff, hey, don't matter. TikTok does not let your boy do that. So I got to be careful what I post because they also don't, for some reason, like if they take take a post down and then I appeal it, be like, hey, like I didn't violate any rules. And they're like, okay, I agree with you. They put the video back up. It'll still stay on my record like I broke some rules or like as a strike, which makes zero sense. But yeah, make sure to follow your boy because we're almost at 1,000 followers on TikTok. Once we hit 1,000 followers, we're going to see if TikTok will let us go live. I have to do some research. I want to say it will still let us, but again, like my page, I have a backup page too. If worse come to worse, I'll start promoting and have y'all follow my backup. I got a couple of backup pages, but on my main page, it won't let me put my link in there. So hopefully, once we hit 1,000 on there, it won't stop us from going live. So we're gonna have to see. But we're almost on 1,000. We almost have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube also. So if you didn't hit that sub button, go ahead and hit that sub button. We're also gonna be doing a giveaway at 1,000, but don't just subscribe because we're doing a giveaway at 1,000. Subscribe because this is one of the few channels. I'm not gonna say I'm the only channel, but this is one of the few trading channels with some good value, consistent value. But yeah, so new 15 just started. Let's see what it's talking about. I was like, where is it? It's like right underneath my level. So look, this is why we got these levels marked up. Look how accurate these levels are. Not only did it get stuck and close right underneath this level, but you see the next candlestick started here. And it's about to retest our level right here. But it also looking like it's trying to push up too. So we're gonna see. I do like this right here. So we might enter this soon. It's retesting my 4-hour level right now. I'm looking at NAS and EJ as well. But NAS is pushing back up. Yeah, I don't like how NAS is looking right now. We're still watching EJ. It's doing a little retest right now. In no rush to enter any trades. All right, let me catch up to the chat. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any other setups on these charts. But we're good for right now. So let me catch up to this chat. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. I'm caught up. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Because we're about to break something down. All right. The first week and the last week of the month, you're going to notice something. Now, obviously, every week there's some news events. Now, it's not going to be news events every day, but there's always news events. But the first and last week of the month are usually the toughest weeks to trade because of the news events. Now, before, as soon as I was about to go start breaking some stuff down, EA wants to get to moving. But we're going to get started a little bit. So, as far as news this week, we had a GBP holiday today. We don't have any news at all today until, we have no news at all today. So, it's not only a Monday, which volume is going to be really slow until possibly the next hour or New York. So the next couple hours, like 4 to 5 a.m. EST, price is slow. It's probably going to be slow until New York. So, 6, 8 o'clock. Then looking at tomorrow, we got Australian news at 3:40. We got 9 a.m. USD news. 10 a.m. we got USD news. 9:30 we got Australian news. And then looking at Wednesday, we got Euro news all day. 8:15 we got ADP. Going to be going live with the members for that. Then Thursday, we don't really have anything going down until 8:30. We got unemployment claims. Then Friday, we got CHF CPI at 2:30, right before London. Then 8:30, we got Canadian news and USD news. Then 10 a.m., we got USD news. So that's how this week's looking. So we got a lot of red this week, a lot of red. We're going to be breaking that down a little bit more in depth in a second. Gold is still in place. Let's go into 15. Yeah, so we see it's literally just wicking and rejecting. It's kind of just stuck right here. All right, so it's still there. We can talk about this. Let's see how many likes we have. Let's get it. How many people in it? Let's get it 10 likes, y'all. Let's get the 10 likes. All right, but if you don't know what this website is, it's Forex Factory. Now, I only go in here for a few things. One, to see if there's any bank holidays. And two, I'm looking on television strictly for red. I'm not reading. I don't even care. I don't even know what the news events be every day. To be honest, I just know it's a news event for this pair, this currency. That's it. That's the only thing you need to worry about as well. All the little details, whoever's speaking, all this stuff right here, this is all fluff, not relevant. Doesn't matter. All you need to worry about is what day and what time the news is popping off. That way you can mentally be prepared for it and not blindsided or surprised when you see some volatility or volume spikes, right? Now, unless it's super dead, like we kind of saw a few times last week, you can trade on a news day. Where the fear comes from is the news event itself. But people go overboard and be like, oh, I'm not going to trade all day because it's a news day. That's silly. You're literally missing out on opportunities. And if you know what you're doing, the news can pump in your favor, which we have happen all the time. I'm not going to say every time, but at least 90% of the time, we enter trades way before news. And then when news starts, it keeps pumping in our direction. Good example was gold last week. Was it last week? No, gold 2 weeks ago. Good example was gold 2 weeks ago. EA last week. The GA pairs last 2 weeks ago. The GJ pairs 2 weeks ago. Like, you just go into the free Telegram and you go on here, you look at a day where there's news, and you go to that day in the free Telegram, we most likely took a trade, right? It's very rare we don't take trades every day. Now, one of those rare occasions was last week, but we broke that down last week. We're not going to go over that this week. It's not important right now, unless somebody asks and is genuinely curious, but it's not important right now. But all you need to worry about is what time the news is popping out. Now, unless it's super dead and choppy, you can usually trade before the news, right? Now, only thing I don't suggest to do is within an hour before the news, and then sometimes 15 minutes after the news, don't trade. But if it's like 3 hours before news or like a whole session before news, don't be scared to take the trade, right? And if you're in profit before news, you know what I'm saying? Secure profits. But I got a video breaking it down more in depth. And I also got a video showing how exactly it works. So let me find that video. I'm going to drop it in the chat. But while we do that, I haven't checked yet, but let's see if we're at 10 likes, y'all. Let's get to 10 likes. And then we're going to break something down really quick. But let me find this video. Trade news. Here it is. Yeah, I'm going to drop this in the chat right now. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal and free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week. Last week we went 7-1, catching a total of 1,079 pips. Last month we went 34-3, catching a total of 1,389 pips. You hit that first link, you'll be able to check that out for yourself. This was how we did last week. The week before that, we went 10-1, 91% win rate, caught 55,844 pips. The week before that, went 15-0, 100% win rate, caught 5,553 pips. The week before that, well, before we get to that, this is how we did last month. Matches y'all screen, went 34-3, only took 3 losses last month. For July, 92% win rate, caught a total of 105,389 pips. 96,594 of those pips were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal. And you scroll to August 6th, you'll be able to see this yourself. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the month. That first Monday, where we start off with a huge GN sell. Every trade posted, here's a screenshot of that as well. Huge dump to the downside. Every trade posted has the personal entry, SL, how many people viewed or entered the trade, time the trade was posted, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. So go ahead and click that and check that out for yourself. So let's go ahead and minimize this really quick. So it's still trying to push up, but as you can see, it's still struggling to break this level. Like, let's just zoom in, look at it. It's just been here all this entire candlestick. We got a new 5 minute about to start. It's been about 10 minutes, and price has just been stuck, struggling to break this level. This is why I have no issue patiently waiting for my confirmations, because we see time and time again, stream after stream, how sensitive and accurate these levels are right here. All right, we got the likes. What's going on, Monty? I see you in here. What's going on, Monty? Appreciate that, crypto. All right, we got to the likes, so we're going to break this down. So we're going to keep an eye on this, but before we do that, let's just do a quick little rundown, make sure we're not missing any other setups. Gold still got some work to do. Let's see what NAS is up to. All right, we want to see if we can break back below that level this next 15. I'm going to move that over, thin that out so we can pay attention. We're still looking at NAS, we're still looking at EA. I'm gonna pull up EJ and see if it's broken that next level. Okay, yeah, we're getting cooking now. We're cooking now, so we might be seeing some nice setups this next hour. So we're gonna be watching EJ. We're gonna be watching NAS. I'm gonna pull up another one. So I don't got my second monitor with me right now. I'm mobile right now. Don't want to group this. Don't ever suggest that to me. All right, so let me pull up EJ. So we're watching NAS, we're watching EJ, and we're watching EA. All right. But before that, we're going to break this down because we're not entering this before the next 15 anyways. So we're about to break down what I was about to talk about. All right. So make sure to check out that video on how to trade news. I'm about to drop another link. All right. That video breaks down how news works and how to trade news events. And now this video I'm about to drop right now is me breaking down 2 examples of me doing exactly that. All right. So I'm never going to tell you how to do something that I don't do. I'm never going to tell you not to do something that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm doing something super risky and I'm okay with taking that risk, right? But I'll only post trades that I enter that are high probability setups and not like, I mean, there's always a risk, but it's not like super risky, right? So let me explain what I mean by super risky. So let's say I have a key price level right here, right? And I have a key price level right here. Let's just say for this example, right here, right? I was looking for a buy. This will be a risky buy because I'm not trading off of one of my levels, right? I'm always going to trade off one of my levels, always going to wait for confirmations, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I mean by risk. There's always a risk with trading, but that's what I mean by higher risk and things like that. Another example was this GJ sell, just for a quick example before we break it down so y'all know what I mean. This was another example, this GJ sell. This was technically a counter trend trade, but because, again, I'm not looking for a setup or a pattern, I know how to read the charts, and that's what we teach over here. I was able to catch this move because, again, we knew price was bullish, but also the way price was moving, we could see that price was going to continue to retrace for the day because, again, we went over this last week, so I'm not going to go super in detail and depth with it, but, again, price, there's highs and lows, higher highs, higher lows, lower highs. And again, this is the thing, like trading is super simple, right? Using just strictly common sense, price pumped for 2 weeks straight. It's going to have to retrace at some point. If it pumped for 2 weeks straight, broke 2 key price levels to make that higher high, the higher lows coming. So price was super dead last week unless you was going for counter trend trades for the most part. So that's why that one day we didn't take a trade, right? We rarely don't trade at all a day. We might take 1 trade or 2 trades, but it's very rare that we take 0 trades. But that was one of the reasons why we took 0 trades that Wednesday. So if we still waited for a setup Thursday, we would have not caught that many pips. So this was a high risk trade, but it was still a high probability setup because we traded off the key price level and we waited for confirmations. It's not like we just blindly entered a trade. But as you can see, we was ranging in drawdown for a few hours before we hit that final TP. But now let's get back to, all right, scratch that. Yeah, it looks like about to do something. So we're going to wait for the next 15. All right, so we're going to still break down the news link before we get off this live. All right, I'm a man of my word. We're going to break that down still. I need to get my charger too. But like I said, the charts aren't going to stop for us. So I want to make sure we don't miss this setup here. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. Yeah, I'm liking this setup, waiting to see. This was red the entire 15. So it literally took 15 minutes for it to get his life together and push back above this level. So now that it's treating this level as support, we're going to see if it can hold and push up, which it's trying to do right now. Now, granted, we could have entered right here because, like I said, I had a strong feeling because of this candlestick. Now, if you haven't watched my video, I think it's like my 3rd most recent video, the simplest how to read candlestick video. I break down engulfing candlesticks and wicks. Check out that video for sure. But I'm liking this setup right here. I'm liking this setup right here. We're going to be looking at NAS too, because NAS was looking I won't say promising, but it was at a key level. So we're gonna see if it's yep. So we're looking at NAS and we're looking at EA. We're looking at NAS and we're looking at EA. Give me 1 second. I'm writing some trade ideas up. Let's see what we're talking about here. All right, cool. All right, so still playing around. I'm going to post this disclaimer though, just in case we do enter some things soon. So this is the same disclaimer I post every day before the first signal. Make sure to read this disclaimer. I'm never going to post something for no reason. Never. Everything I post is for a reason. So make sure to read it. It explains how the TPs work. It explains how trading works. It explains how you should be trading. And it'll answer a lot of y'all's questions. Again, I don't mind y'all DMing me. This isn't attacking nobody. It's just facts. So don't take offense. But a lot of y'all will DM me asking me questions that's in this disclaimer. So that's why I'm just saying read it. Now on your phone, it might look like a big paragraph, but it's just 11 sentences. Make sure to read that, y'all. All right. So we're still waiting for these setups, but you can see the playing around. So I like NAS too. So I'm gonna have this NAS setup up. It did break below this level. So we're gonna watch and see how it plays below this level for us. All right. All right, so while those are playing around, retesting those levels, EJ's trying to push up. Yeah, I like EJ too. So we got a little few pairs that I like right now. So I'm gonna write this trade idea up, and then we're going to break down some more keys to the news. So give me 1 second. Even though we hit 10 likes, go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button, y'all. Because yes, we haven't entered any trades, but we're still going over good information, and there's still plenty y'all could have learned from this live. And if y'all haven't learned nothing from this live, rewind, because we broke down a few things. All right, those that joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. Drop this down slightly. All right, cool. So we got these pairs literally kissing these levels. All right, so while they're doing that, I'm gonna pull it up on my other screen so I can break this down and not miss any setups. But before that, let me catch up to the chat really quick. Where's the first video of the news though? Can you pin it, bro? Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pin it. Give me 1 second. All right, the first one I just pinned. We're gonna say, what's it gonna say? Yeah. Can you look at USD/JPY? I can look at UJ. All right, I'll look that up, and then we're gonna break down the news thing. I haven't traded this since maybe a quarter and a half ago. So first thing I need to do is see if my levels are even. Yeah, so you can clearly see I haven't traded this in a long ass time. But I can still answer some questions for you. So we're just going to do this really quick. All right, so we are bullish clearly. So I'm just marking some levels off really quick. All right, so we're clearly bullish. So it's actually at a decent level, just like EJ. And a lot of these pairs, I go over this with the course and the members, a lot of these correlating pairs move very similar. So yeah, it's at a decent buy position right now, honestly. It's at a decent buy position. All right, we are bullish. The daily candlestick just started right above this resistance level. So it just broke this resistance level in the high on Friday. So we may see a higher high get made today. We can probably see a higher high get made. There's another level I need to mark off and stuff, but I'll do that after the stream. But we are nice and bullish. It's at a decent level, just like EJ is. So we can look at possible buys up to around 147.50. And if we can break 147.50, probably 148.30, 148.20. It's at a decent position. Now, will I do this full move today? That's a great question. All right. Give me 1 second. My bad, y'all. I'm doing something really quick. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on this stuff. So now we're about to break down basically one of the many ways price repeats itself. And let me know if you see it. Let me know if it's pinned on y'all's end on the YouTube as well. All right, I just dropped part 2. I pinned part 1. Also dropped another video in there. All right, no problem. You know, I got you, Paulo. All right, cool. So we're going to keep this on right here. Let me keep an eye on this right here. All right, so what I want y'all to do, y'all can do this every single month, right? So like I said, the first week and the last week in the month are the toughest to trade. And there's many reasons. People say a lot of stuff. You'll see a lot of people just regurgitate. It doesn't matter what niche. We're talking about day trading, obviously, right now, but it doesn't matter if you talk about these reaction channels, sport review channels, celebrity channel. It doesn't matter what y'all, I don't know what y'all be watching YouTube. I don't know what y'all's stuff looks like. But whatever y'all be watching on YouTube or whatever y'all be watching, those niches, you'll see a lot of people say the same bland statement over and over again, but nobody really goes into depth about stuff. News days, yes, news days are risky, but nobody explains why. They just talk about, oh, because the report comes out. It's deeper than that. People talk about proper risk. People always say use proper risk, but nobody goes into depth. I do, right? Because in order to really understand why you got to do what we tell y'all to do, or what I tell y'all to do, me personally, like, I'm not going to just blindly do something, but if someone explains the method to the madness, and if it makes sense to me, then I'm more inclined to follow suit versus somebody just say do this. Most people can be like, why? And then they're not going to do it, and then they're going to learn exactly why the hard way. You know what I'm saying? But also, a lot of people just say stuff but don't know really what they're talking about. This is a whole nother topic. Yeah, so I like this right here. Let me see what else is going down. I like UJ too. Shout out to you. I want to see if EJ is doing the same thing. If my signal wants to work. My thing bugging out right now. Give me 1 second. Let me refresh this. Yeah, but I like this right here, so we're gonna jump in to see what this do. Monday being Monday. Yeah, so EJ is still kind of struggling, but USDJPY is kind of tempting. Yeah, I like USDJPY. Shout out to, I have to see your name in a second. I'm not on my thing right now. We're going to see if we can break those levels. Now, SL, what would be a good SL? 146.05. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna type those TPs up in a second. Multitasking right now. And then we're gonna break down the news. Then we're gonna catch up to the chat and all that good stuff. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Boom. That's how the TP's up. And then we're going to get back to it. All right, so TP's for this. Yeah, so like I was trying to push up. I got to update these levels. I'm going to update the levels when I get off the live because I got to like pull out my mouse tool, my protractor, and all that stuff. I'm joking, but I got to do a few things. That is exclusive to the members in the course. Can't do everything on the live. But let me see something really quick. All right, cool. All right, I'm typing these TPs up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Those just joined the stream. We took a trade. Typing the TPs up right now. So just give me 1 Minuten. Because those, the OGs back in the day, when we started this last year, y'all know I used to do things the dumb way. I used to try to have everything typed up. And you end up missing the move because I'm trying to type every TP up. So now I just type the signal, the entry SL, and then the rest of the stuff I type after the fact. That way you at least know the entry SL, and then that way I can kind of get in at a decent entry. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see what that do right there. And I just gotta do, let's see what NAS is up to. NAS is still playing around. So is EA. EA is still playing around as well. 1645. All right, give me 1 second. Just gotta do one more thing, and then we're gonna finish breaking it down. There's a couple of more opportunities. I'm just writing the trade ideas up to knock them out. Then we're gonna get right back to it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, y'all. Y'all should see it on the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram is Playmaker Way. TikTok is Playmaker_way. I might have reversed that, but it's on the bottom of your screen. Post daily on both pages, y'all. If you got any questions, y'all can also contact me directly. My bad, y'all. Like I said, I can't talk and type, so give me 1 second. I'm trying to finish this up really quick. But you can contact me directly on Instagram, DM me. I respond to all messages. You can also message me on Telegram. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. 26.9. All right, cool. All right, so if y'all don't have Instagram, I know some of y'all don't got Instagram, y'all can message me on Telegram as well. You hit that first link, you click right here, has my Instagram, the link to my YouTube, and then right there you click that, it will send you to my Telegram. All right, so we're gonna see if we can break these levels here. Yep, and I got nothing but the die on me. What percent? You got my charger, 12%. Okay, we can break this down before it dies. Let me just. I don't got no levels. I gotta add a new one. All right. So if y'all go into Forex Factory, All right, y'all going to Forex Factory. You're going to see this. The first week and the last week is the same news events. The last week of the month is always the same news event. So this is obviously the last week of the month, right? So let's look at Tuesday. Tuesday, what do we got? We got CPI. All right. We got a lot of other things, but the main ones I want y'all to pay attention to is CPI. Let's look at Wednesday. We got ADP, non-farm employment change. I know y'all know about that one. Some of y'all probably just have some PTSD flashbacks, me just saying the name. All right. Now, another one, unemployment claims. CPI again, non-farm employment, unemployment rate, ISM. Now, we're going to go to the last week of last month, which would have been July. And we're going to, this one's a little bit tricky because when it ends kind of like that, it gets a little wonky. So for this example, what we're going to do is we're going to go from the 24th to this week. All right. Because sometimes if it ends like that and the last day is on the weekend or Sunday, it might wait till the beginning of the first week of the month. So we're about to do it like this just to take a look here. Then we're going to apply settings. Right, we're going to apply settings. And then so we're in the last week of July. Let's scroll down. We have FOMC. I forgot about FOMC. FOMC is another one. But we got FOMC. Let's see what else we got. That's not what we're looking for. All right, so this one, it didn't do it. So it transferred over to the first week of the month. All right, so we got the ISM. We got the employment. We got the CPI. We got the ISM again. That stuff, we're not really worried about that. And then we got the average hourly earnings. That's a tongue twister. And then non-farm employment. All right. Just like this is the first Friday of the week. First Friday of the month. Now let's go back to. Whoops. Okay. Now we're back on this week. Now let's go to this Friday. What do we see this same first Friday? Non-farm employment, average hourly earnings, unemployment rate. Now we're going to go back 2 months now. I keep doing the, okay, we're not trying to go 2 years. Okay. There we go. So we're going to do same thing. We're going to go start from here. And then, so this is on a weekend. So we're going to have to extend it. So far we're kind of having some weird exchanges, but if it was the full week, the last week, just like how it is this month, then you'll see the news events like this. But when it's like on the weekend, it's going to transfer over just like a business day to the next week. All right, so we're going to apply settings. All right, so we're in the last week of June. Let's scroll. We're not worried about the Fed. Scroll. Wow.